Ladies and gentlemen,
Never did that here.
Oh, you already did that?
Yeah.
So I can go on.
prior
That's
to
opening you up.
tonight's national anthem, the Harrisburg Heat lost 2 members of our extended family this week. We pause for a moment of silence in recognition of Chuck Hess, father to Karen, and owner of K&J Security. We also lost this week Frank Pantana, patriarch of the Pantana family, and Frank's Marbling Granite in Red Line. Please join the Harrisburg Heat in a moment of silence. Thank you. Fans, tonight's national anthem is being sung tonight by soloist Neil McLean. Neil is a local artist and guitarist who has been entertaining our folks locally here for many years. Neil.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome out to the Pennsylvania Farm Show Large Arena and the Fremont Mortgage Field. The Harrisburg Heat taking on St. Louis in the MASL. John Wills back with you. Second home game of the season for the Harrisburg Heat. They come into this contest with a 2-1 record, behind Florida, tied with Baltimore, and Syracuse at the bottom of the division. St. Louis looking for its first win. They are 0-4 at the bottom of the Central, and they lost in overtime to the Harrisburg Heat just a couple weeks ago. The Harrisburg Heat adding a couple players there waiting to get back. Azat Bikpulatov, he is in the lineup tonight. Bikpulatov, a Russian, with an excellent shot. Leo Duarte, he is back in the lineup for the Harrisburg Heat. Dominic Francis is injured. Val Texera is out of town. And St. Louis with a blockbuster trade. They have acquired Pablo da Silva from Cedar Rapids in exchange for Victor France. The Harrisburg Heat wearing the white uniforms, and St. Louis in the dark green with the black. Two coaches, I should say head coaches for St. Louis. You've got the one who was player coach last year, a great player in Everton Morera, and Everton is staying as a player. So they brought in one of the all-time great goalkeepers in St. Louis, And that is Jamie Swanner, who is the head coach on the bench for St. Louis. Paulo Nascimento is the goalkeeper for tonight's game for the St. Louis Ambush. Yeah, Nascimento still looking for a win. And of course, Hugo for the Harrisburg Heat. Da Silva, Clayton Mateus, we'll go by Clayton on that. Duarte, Everton, they are your starters. And now we've got an official change of players already. Senior referee is Brian Miller. The other ref is Eduardo Hernandez. Michael Gorsinger is in the box. And we're glad to have you along from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. St. Louis is going from left to right here on YouTube and MASL TV as the ball's cleared down the field and headed back out of play into the neutral zone. Here's Danny DePrima of the Harrisburg Heat. Had been with the Heat a few seasons ago and then went outdoor for a few years with the Islanders, and now he's back in Harrisburg this season. Heat on the near side. Gonzaga working along the boards, and he's going to chip it all the way to the opposite side. Ricardinho trying to settle it there, but it's knocked out of play by Clayton. And it'll be a restart for the Heat coming up at the top of the arc. The Harrisburg Heat to restart things. Ricardinho Carvalho. Either here or Gonzaga. Gonzaga will approach. He'll shoot and a save. Right down the slot by Nascimento. So a corner kick this time coming up for the Heat. As Gonzaga trying to find that upper right corner. Nascimento guarding perfectly to the left of his three-man wall. And we will get a restart coming up in the corner for the Harrisburg Heat. Ricardinho will play it out front. Shot down the slot, that's blocked. But the Heat get it back. Gonzaga, back to Hugo. Up the middle, tapping it, Thiago. Back on the near side, Tom Miller. He'll play it down toward the corner. Heat trying to keep it alive, but it's cleared back out to the neutral zone. Dos Santos playing it all the way back to Hugo, who gave it away and then had to make a save off the bounce as that ball got knocked by Gibson right back to him. Gibson, you may recall, fantastic player in Syracuse the last couple years. He's with it over on the far side in midfield, just underway, no score. He trying to move it through traffic and getting it back. And a shot by Dos Santos out of play. As it's blocked, it'll be a kick in for the Heat. Elmo Neto down there trying to clog up the middle a little bit, get a little action, some garbage goals possibly. Thiago on it, left point for the Heat, moves toward the middle. Now he's at the top, plays it towards the top of the box. Shot by Neto is blocked. Cleared back out by Gibson. Hugo's going to send it down into the left corner. Unsettled there, and again, Gibson getting back out to the neutral zone. Jer Gibson. He'll go off now. Neutral zone, St. Louis is on it. No score early here in the first. On the near side to Silva, the newest acquisition in that trade for Victor France. Ball sent up the middle of the field, down toward the corner. Hugo knocks it around the glass to the far side. He trying to clear it out with the help of Danny DePrima, but it goes out of play off the Heat. Yeah, it'll be a kick in, and now we've got an official overruling the other one. They're going to give it to Harrisburg. So Harrisburg will restart things. Stephen Basso sending it down the far boards. Looking to get it to DePrima. He recovers it in the neutral zone and gets a little help from David Miller. All the way back to Hugo. Now Leo Duarte. Back for Basso. Now Hugo. And Gonzaga looks to get it out of traffic. He'll chip it all the way down to the near side. Off the boards it goes. Kept alive toward the left corner for the Heat. Still loose and poked back out front, but the Heat again keeping it in. Now Cemento did a poor job of getting it out of there. And the Heat come back over there in the neutral zone. Gonzaga getting it back out of midfield. Dos Santos on it. St. Louis trying to push up, keep that pressure out front. Ball sent down for Miller, but one back by Schmermond, and Miller's called for the foul. Over on the far side, De Silva. Playing it down toward the corner, Gonzaga trying to knock it around, but it bounces back out to the neutral zone. The Heat come up with it. Harrisburg playing it down. David Miller on the left side. Plays it for the far post. And Ricardinho was just off the mark and could not finish it off. Goes out of play. Great attempt and a great setup on that far post. But the Heat unable to finish it off. We're still scoreless early here in the first. St. Louis with the ball in the corner. And a shot right in the slot goes up and out of play. A lot of pressure down the middle by Pepe. Here's that attempt by the Heat, far post, and Ricardinho was just off the mark. Nice pass though by Miller. St. Louis keeping it alive. All of a sudden, a 3-on-1 develops, goes around the boards, wide open in the middle, but unable to get the shot off as Hugo grabs on and quickly distributes it out to Tom Miller. He'll move towards his left, pulls the trigger, bullseye! Tom Miller goal! And it's 1-0 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Tom Miller, he loves bringing it down, moves to the left, and he nails it. Time of the goal, 4 minutes and 19 seconds of the first. Miller right at the top right side of the arc, finding that bottom left as he works it in for the Heat and drills it past Nascimento. And it's 1-0 Harrisburg. Unassisted goal. 1-0 Heat. Miller, one of the originals from the new Heat in his 6th season here in Harrisburg, along with Brad Kerstetter. A 1-0 Harrisburg. Ball sent into the Heat zone. Gonzaga is on it. Clears it back out to midfield. Goes off the board, still bouncing down the boards, and then goes out of play. So it'll be a kick in for the ambush. And the restart coming up. Ball sent down into the left corner, takes a high bounce. Gibson trying to get on it. Now right side shot and a save as Hugo comes up with it again. A lot of pressure down there by Clayton, Mateus, and Gibson. And had a great scoring opportunity but could not put it through. Ambush again, get it back out to the neutral zone. Up in midfield, a little pressure by the Heat. Adamson moves it to the near side and plays it back into the St. Louis end. Now Cemento playing it all the way down to the near boards. Here's Everton on it near the yellow line, back out of midfield again. This time it's Chris Mattingly. Mattingly onto the far side, gets it back in center circle. Tries playing it up the middle, but it's blocked by Chiago. Now Dos Santos will come up with it in his own zone, getting it out to the near side. He'll tap it to David Miller, who is fouled. at midfield, and a free kick coming up for the Heat with 9:30 to play in the first. 1-0 Harrisburg. So the restart coming up for the Heat. Other games going on tonight. There's a few. Run those down in a little bit. Hugo on it. Gave it away. Unfortunately, Almeida was unable to capitalize on it. And again, the Ambush have it. They trail 1-0. Now Cemento brings it all the way up in midfield, gets a little pressure, taps it over to his left to De Silva. De Silva back on it again behind the midfield stripe, trying to run the offense. He's going to chip it down into the right corner. Schmerman on it, right point, plays it back out. Ball sent over to the left side boards. Vadim back out again. Almeida into the corner. Gibson getting pressure there. Plays it back around the boards. You can bet that Basso is all over Gibson down there around that box. Cannot let him loose or he will score and capitalize on you. Here comes De Silva again. Out in the neutral zone. Pablo De Silva dumping it down into the right corner. Everton posting up, trying to center it, but no one home. But they'll get it back. Hernandez on it. Now Everton sends it around. Hugo lets it go past him into the far corner. And sent back out to the neutral zone, all the way back to the keeper. Now Cemento leaves it again. De Silva up across midfield. At center circle, plays it to his left, but gave it away. He'd come back up with it down the far side. Danny DePrima can't keep control. Now Cemento getting it out. De Silva again up in midfield for the Ambush, dumping it down toward the right corner. Everton sends it around the boards, and it goes wide and cleared over to the far side. And again, the Ambush keeping the pressure attack on. Axel Duarte. Everton tries centering it off the boards, blocked out of play by Basso. It'll be a kick in when we come back. We're midway through the first. Our score, Harrisburg 1 and St. Louis 0. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com.
They've had characters here 2 games in a row now in Harrisburg. Other games going on tonight in the MASL. Ontario is in Baltimore, and they'll flip-flop. St. Louis will be in Baltimore tomorrow. Ontario will be here in Harrisburg for a second meeting of the season. Syracuse is in Florida tonight. Kansas City at Milwaukee, and San Diego at Tacoma. Try to keep up on those scores. Of course, we won't get the West one out there in Tacoma for you. Everton to restart. He'll approach, he'll play it toward the middle, and it's blocked by Dos Santos. Another one blocked by the chest and cleared back out to the neutral zone. Back half of the field, Ambush playing it back to their keeper. Now Cemento. Now De Silva. Long pass down, trying to get it to Everton. He has it right wing. That ball pops high in the air. Dos Santos knocks it out, but it's sent right back in by Acosta, and Hugo holds on. Over on the far side, Acosta again on it. Poked back out to the neutral zone by the Heat. Neto gets knocked into the boards hard, but they're only whistling a foul and not a penalty. Right in front of the Heat bench. He'll try to collect his bearings. Neto always seems to be getting banged around hard along the boards and down in the corner. He said there, hey, next time make that a card. They'll chip this one right down the middle, and one timing it just wide was Ricardinho. And Nascimento able to get on it. This time he'll clear it out all the way up in midfield. Gonzaga, little give and go action, can't get it. Nascimento again comes up with it, puts it back down on the carpet. Pepe playing it out to the neutral zone. Dos Santos on it for the Heat all the way back to Hugo, and he'll play it out to the neutral zone. Little tangle up there between Thiago and Pepe, and they're going to say the foul is on St. Louis. They're both kind of going for it. Both tangled up at the ankles, but the Heat got the call this time. Gonzaga with the ball near the yellow line. They'll play it back to Hugo. The Heat with a 1-0 lead. Basso crossing it down the near side. Thiago with Miller on his left. Plays it toward the corner, but too far for Tom Miller, and it's cleared back out by Gibson. Basso on it again at midfield for the Harrisburg Heat. Along the far boards, DePrima sending it down toward the corner. St. Louis battling there. A little help there for Nascimento, and able to get it cleared out. Trying to get it up to Gibson, too far. Hugo comes up with it, waits a little on it, gets bumped into the boards, and it'll be a foul against Gerger. Gibson is one solid player, always hustling. Very quick, strong on his shots. St. Louis winning the ball out in the neutral zone. And they'll work it around again. Pepe all the way back to the keeper, Nascimento. St. Louis is home next Friday. They'll host Milwaukee. Tom Miller's on it. Working it around the far side. Still in his own zone. Double team. Nowhere to go, but gave it away out to the middle. Ambush come up with it, but luckily tap it down the middle, and it's an easy pickup there for Hugo. Miller just kind of got caught in his own end. Near side, Neto goes down again. Another foul against St. Louis. A little body contact there with Da Silva. Restart coming up for the Heat just inside the yellow line. .440 to go in the first. 1-0 Harrisburg. Pushing the foul. Restart. Basso off the boards. Doesn't knock to the middle. It comes back out to the wing. Cleared all the way out of midfield. Gonzaga on it there. They'll play it back to Hugo. Near side, Lucio Gonzaga. Boots it all the way down toward the corner. Elmo Neto, left wing, leaving it now. Ricardinho sends it around. Follow-up shot on the right side by Thiago goes wide. And the ball knocked out of play off the Heat. So next Friday, December 8th, Milwaukee at St. Louis. That's a 7:35 for you folks out in the St. Louis area. Go out and support your Ambush. It is Star Wars night next week in St. Louis for the Harrisburg Heat. We're back here tomorrow night against Ontario, who we played in the home opener here in Harrisburg. So back-to-back home games for the Harrisburg Heat. An exciting win against Ontario in that home opener. They came back late. The Heat had to hold on down the stretch. there in Baltimore tonight. We'll try to get you that score as we learn it. Far side, Everton on it. He'll play it out in the neutral zone. Almeida leaving it near side. It's Mattingly. Over to Almeida in midfield. Taking his time. And Nascimento all the way up in midfield. Now Nascimento dumping it down into the corner. Comes back out to Ricardinho. He'll play it out in the neutral zone. David Miller. He's got an overlap to the right side for Gonzaga down in the right corner. But he recollects and plays it back out to the neutral zone, cross to the near side. Dos Santos, room to run at the yellow, pulls the trigger wide. Ball goes over to the far side. Along the boards, Ambush come back up with it with 2:55 to go here in the first and a 1-0 Heat lead. Little pressure, Nascimento getting pressure in the corner, loses the ball. Dos Santos trying to poke it free. It should be a dangerous play foul. It is against the keeper, Paulo Nascimento. He was down on the carpet trying to guard the ball, blocking players that were standing. And you can see there that really well, knee was down also for Dos Santos too, which could be construed as being down. They call it against St. Louis. Restart, shot. Goes just wide and blocked by Miller, and the Heat will reset it. In the neutral zone, Chiago. Dancing it around. Nice ball skills. And some fancy dribbling, but holds it up in midfield. Basso on it. All the way back to Hugo. Over to Leo Duarte. Leo knocks it up along the boards. Ball knocks down to the right side. Still stays in play along the boards. And Nascimento comes up with his. Leo Duarte is called for the pushing foul. Nice guard job there down in the corner by Mattingly to keep that ball away. Here comes DePrima, left side. Miller, his shot blocked. Gets it back in the corner. Lobs it to the opposite side, but no one home. St. Louis comes over there again. Acosta kept in by the Heat. And a flying save. Loose ball in the corner. Miller with a shot sent it around the boards. That one goes to the far side to David Miller, the brother. He'll clear it back out to the neutral zone. Basso on it. Heat are going to change up some personnel. Gonzaga playing it back to Hugo. He'll get pressure now from St. Louis. He's forced to chip it up the middle of the field, headed in the air by Basso. Gonzaga playing it back down. Basso left side, pulls the trigger, go! Top shelf. Steven Basso makes it 2-0. Great pass down to Basso, left side. He finished it off strong. Time of the goal, 13:43. Gonzaga with a perfect pass. Led him just right to the left side of the box, and he put it top shelf. Gonzaga will get the assist. And Steven Basso with his first goal of the season. So Tom Miller and Steven Basso both with their first goals of the season, make it a 2-0 game with 1:10 to play here in the first. Ambush on it, working back to their own zone now and having some problems getting it out. He'd come up with a steal. Neto out near the top of the arc. Now gets a little help from Schmermund, able to clear it up. Back the other way, shot up and out of play. Vadim had an outstanding opportunity for the ambush on the counter attack. Look at this. Gibson plays it right towards the top of the box. And Vadim was unable to finish it off. Vadim Kojakov, but he goes by Vadim. Here's another shot by Vadim. It's blocked out of play. It'll be a kick in coming up for the ambush with 39 seconds to go in the first. Restart from the right corner. Almeida's going to take it. He'll play it to Everton, who shoots it just wide. Bounces to the far side, and Adamson will clear it back out to the neutral zone. Ambush will try to set it up one more time. Little run here in the neutral zone by De Silva. Lost it. Heat come up with it. Ricardinho down the left side. Pressure from behind. Knocks it off the boards to the middle, and a shot by Thiago is blocked wide. St. Louis escapes that attack. Here's Neto. Pulls the trigger up and out of play. 14 seconds to go here in the first. And what a great attempt here. Ricardinho knocks it off the boards. And Thiago sent that one right down the slot. Someone got a piece of it there. Ambush looking to get it out. Knocking it up along the near boards. Good passing by Almeida. He'll play it with a nice Meg pass down to the left side. Shot just wide, and the follow-up chipped wide by Everton, and that will do it. We have played one here in Harrisburg. Our score, the Harrisburg Heat 2, St. Louis Ambush nothing. Back with the second quarter after this on the Heat Soccer Network.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com.
John Wills back with you in the Harrisburg Farm Show Arena. The Friedmont Mortgage Field. Next home game for the Heat tomorrow night. You fans here in Harrisburg want to see you out here supporting your Heat against the Ontario Fury. For tickets, 540-HEAT, or get them at harrisburgheat.com. 2-0 after one. There's the St. Louis Ambush. You fans in St. Louis, your next game at home is Friday, December 8th against Milwaukee. And right there at the huddle, you see in the suit, Jamie Swanner. Longtime goalkeeper of indoor soccer. We remember him best in Canton and in St. Louis. And who could forget 1995 when the Heat made the finals against St. Louis. They were swept 4-0. And Jamie Swanner there in Game 3, the Heat had a big lead. I think it was 11-0 at halftime, and Jamie Swanner was sitting out that game. They put him in at halftime, and Jamie Swanner single-handedly shut the Heat down in the second half. And St. Louis swept the Harrisburg Heat 4-0 in the championship of the NPSL back in 1995. Swanner is a St. Louis native, and his wife is still an official, to my knowledge, in soccer out there. But what a great goalkeeper he is and was back in the day. He stopped a lot. One of the best. We are set for the second quarter action. The Heat will go from left to right. Here on YouTube and MASL TV, glad to have you along. John Wilsbach with a 2-0 Heat lead. Gonzaga playing in at the field to David Miller. Along the boards, back for Gonzaga. Getting it up for DePrima and all the way back. Hugo's going to leave it now for Gonzaga and set up along the yellow. Hugo dumping it down. DePrima trying to settle in the corner. Sends it around the boards in front, and David Miller popped it up just a little bit too high over the crossbar. The ball bounced high on him. It was hard for him to get that down underneath the crossbar. So you can't fault him. It was an excellent attempt, but you can see he got the foot up on it. Just popped it up a little bit too high. 2-0 Heat. Ball sent down into the corner. Thiago can't settle, but it's kicked out of play, though, by the ambush. Axel Duarte unable to keep it in, so a restart coming up at the top of the arc. Ricardinho's out there. And Thiago, who's going to take it. Thiago shot blocked. Left side, Gonzaga trying to dance it around. Bicycle kick goes wide by Ricardinho. Now Neto playing it back out for Dos Santos. Probably one of the best bicycle kicks we've seen over the years. Was 6 years ago. Here's Dos Santos with a shot wide. Was when we played in the small arena here in Harrisburg, and the Heat against San Diego, and Craig Childs with just a monster bicycle kick in that game near the top of the box. Just awesome. Childs right now leading the league in points. Here's a shot hit the left post by Thiago. That Craig Childs, 13 points going into today, leading the MASL. Christian Gutierrez out in El Paso has 10 goals, leading in goals. Chili Farias, who was here late last season, leading the league with 8 assists. He's in Monterey. They will be here next week. In the neutral zone, it's Gonzaga. They'll play it back to Hugo. Up on the far side, Tom Miller on it. He's got a goal in this game. Try splitting the defense, but gave it away. Now Leo Duarte will play it back behind him. And Basso back to Leo. Leo approaching the yellow. He'll leave it now for Miller. Works to his left once again. Takes it all the way to the left side. Sends it down the slot. And it's an easy scoop up there for Nascimento. Early here in the second. 2-0 Heat. Mattingly can't control the neutral zone. David Miller comes up with a long pass up for Leo. He's got some room to run down the right side. He'll step in. He'll pull the trigger up and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Paulo Nascimento. Neutral zone, he'd have it. Thiago at the yellow line. Working forward. David Miller went down a little slow getting up. He's going to hobble off. Dos Santos brings it all the way back to Hugo. Back up for Dos Santos. Up on the far side, it's Thiago. He's going to run it in. Left side, pulls the trigger just wide. Dos Santos trying to pass it back out. Needs a little bump and bounce to get it out to Gonzaga, who brings it all the way back to his end. 11:25 to go here in the second. 2-0 Heat. Long pass down for the Heat. Neto, left side. He shoots and scores. Elmo Neto. 3-0 in favor of the Heat. Time of the goal, 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Elmo Neto, second goal of the season. And St. Louis just slow to get back as Hugo sent that ball up the field and off the boards, and Neto found himself with it on the left side of the box. The assist will go to Neto, just an overcommit on those far boards. I think that was De Silva who overcommitted. So Hugo gets the assist. Neto the goal. They're giving an assist to Gonzaga, but it should be Hugo. So it's 3-0 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. See Lester Felician there in the middle of the huddle. He's one of the assistants for the Heat. Harrisburg with good entourage of head and assistant coaches handling things. We remind you that the Harrisburg Heat can host your kid's birthday party. Private party rooms are available. Your child can celebrate his birthday with his favorite Heat players, autograph session, on-field announcement, in-house catering. Go to harrisburgheat.com for more information. And prior to each game, the Heat players and coaches host a 1-hour training session for kids, concentrating on different skills required for indoor soccer. Space is limited. Visit harrisburgheat.com for more details and to register. So it's 3-0 Harrisburg Heat. St. Louis trying to regroup. Going right to left, back up the field. De Silva working it out in the neutral zone with the keeper, Nascimento. On to the near side. Schmerman. Nascimento. Down into the right corner. Pepe plays it back out to Silva. Now Everton right of the box shot, saved by Hugo. Hold on. Cut down that angle, kept it on the short side, and kept it nice and tight along the boards. Hugo playing it all the way up for Miller. Stolen back though immediately. Schmerman to the left side. Gonna get a foul on Thiago. Of the Heat, so a restart coming up here. Restart by Everton. He'll approach, right side, down the slot. Hugo with a big save there. Flying to his right. David Miller wasting too much time trying to get it out. And St. Louis comes back up with it. Everton again with it. Now De Silva. And Nascimento comes up all the way across midfield. The keeper now at the yellow line. Plays it to the right wing. They're getting dangerous here. It's St. Louis taking some chances now offensively. Little pressure at midfield with a wide open net at the other end. Ball sent into the corner and centered, but unable to get the shot off the ambush, and the Heat able to clear it back out to the neutral zone. Basso's going to run it down for the Heat and then gives it away. And St. Louis comes up with it. Clayton Mateus to Everton. Mateus on it again. 3-0 Heat, 9:20 to go. Mattingly. Back from Nascimento. He'll work across midfield. Paulo will play it to the near side. Clayton again, back over to the keeper. Paulo and Clayton back and forth. Heat pushing up a little more pressure with Ricardinho. Ball dumped down for Gibson, right corner, knocks it off the boards. Neto comes up with it, but holds it a little long, and off it goes. So the restart coming up for the Heat in their own end. Hugo over to Gonzaga, oversteps. Back again to Hugo onto the near side. Dos Santos up the middle of the field. Tom Miller's got room to run. He'll work it down to the right side. Playing at the top of the box. DePrima puts it up and out of play. Nice passing as Tom Miller moved in, tapped her right at the top of the box. Second time now. He'd have had some opportunities, but popping them up over that crossbar. Can't get that shot down. But they lead it 3-0. Nascimento to Acosta. High near out of midfield, headed forward by Vadim. Dos Santos and Gonzaga come up with it. Here's Gonzaga across midfield, making a run down the middle. He'll play to the right side. DePrima off the boards. Wide and bounced out. Nobody there. Comes back the other way for the ambush, going right to left. Dos Santos knocks it hard, getting it up to David Miller at center circle. He'll work it forward. David Miller pulls the trigger, blocked. Ball bounces to the near side and takes a high hop out of play. It'll be a kick in coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. 7:40 to go in the second. Should be taking a timeout here midway through this second quarter. Give the Heat a chance here to do this, but they're not going to take that timeout. It'll be Ricardinho playing it all the way out in the neutral zone. Thiago onto the near side. All the way back to Hugo. Up the middle of the field. De Silva. Deflected away by the Heat. Basso, now Thiago. Thiago feeling pressure, keeping control, trying to pass it, but it's blocked by Almeida. Here comes Gibson, moving it down to the right side. 7:10 to go in the second, 3-0 Heat. And again, Paulo, the keeper, comes all the way up across midfield. On to the near side, Clayton. De Silva onto the far side. Knocked down, cleared out. Neto again, coming up with it in the neutral, and they'll play it back. Leo Duarte taking his time, a little pressure from Gibson. Now taps it to Hugo, who sends it back up the middle of the field. Neto gets tripped up, goes down into the boards. It'll be a foul against St. Louis. So the restart coming up, and the Heat have it out in the neutral zone. Basso. On to the right side, Thiago passing it to himself, gets a shot off, but it's blocked. There's it back out to the neutral zone, and Hugo will take over. Loose ball out in the neutral zone, headed around, and we get a handball whistled against Gibson. So Hugo with it again for the Harrisburg Heat. Down into the corner, Neto. Midfield, Dos Santos. On the near side, Danny DePrima. He'll work it down to the right wing. Shot just wide left. So close on that one. Cleared back out to the neutral zone. Gonzaga on it again. Hugo with a long pass down near side, trying to get it to Miller, but he's going to be called for the foul, knocking down Schmerman. Going to be a free kick coming up here for the St. Louis Ambush. 3-0 in favor of the Heat. Everton with it up on the far side. De Silva playing it down to the left. Adamson's shot blocked. Takes a follow-up, and this one goes high up, out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Harrisburg Heat. Everton, one of the top players in this league. He knows how to score. He's been coach and player last couple seasons. Covered him years ago when he was in Philadelphia, too. Ball sent out to the neutral zone. Now on the right side, Dos Santos will play it for Gonzaga. Over to Chiago. 4:30 to go here in the second. Gonzaga, long shot, gets deflected in the middle of the box and out of play by David Miller. So it'll be a goal kick for the Ambush. He'll toss it up the middle of the field, and we'll get the pushing foul on Leo Duarte. So here comes Paulo Nascimento again across midfield. Over onto the far side and back at midfield. Everton at center circle. Heat pushing up. Getting it over onto the far side. Shot. Hugo falling to his right with another save. Here come the Ambush again with 3:53 to go in the second. 3-0 Harrisburg. So the restart coming up. Everton down the slot, and he scores from the yellow line on the restart. Just sneaks it inside that post. And the Ambush are on the board. Time of the goal, 11 minutes and 9 seconds. Everton approaches, and look at that precision shooting. Two-man wall. Everyone kind of looks at each other. And Neto and Ricardinho. Neto kind of turning in a little bit. Unassisted goal makes it 3-1. Hugo trying to come up with the ball, does. Look out, here comes the counterattack. Tom Miller can't control it. Hernandez trying to get it out. Foul whistled against the Heat. .310 to go in the second, 3-1 Harrisburg. Lester Felician handling things on the bench for this game. As Cabral is watching from the stands from a red card last game. And Gino DeFlorio, the other assistant coach in a tournament in North Carolina with his team. Here comes Miller down the right side, has it poked away. Nice pick of the pocket there by the Ambush. That's Clayton moving it over to the right side. Ball shot wide left. Poked back out by Gonzaga. David Miller can't get on it. Somebody handballed it, but they're going to keep on playing. Over to the right side. Working it around once again. Shot, score. Top left side of the box. Was that De Silva? I think it was. Newcomer Pablo De Silva And St. Louis is back in this game. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 41 seconds. Da Silva from Almeida. And it's now 3-2. Da Silva played it over to Almeida. He worked himself closer to the top of the box, got the pass back to him, and finished it off. Just some slow give-and-go action there, and it paid off. So it's a 3-2 score. Down to the right side as Basso pops it up and out of play. Restart. St. Louis trying to get it out, and it'll be a foul on Neto. St. Louis with the ball. 2 unanswered goals. Just won about a minute and 32 apart. And they'll get it again. Left side. Working it out front, but the Heat able to clear it out. Little foot race here with Neto. Trying to get it past Paulo. Neto gets knocked into the boards. And no call. Play continues on. Everton with it. Bumped down. They're going to let that play on. Now Leo trying to get to it. And now he gets wiped out. And this time they will call the penalty on the keeper. Paulo Nascimento coming in, sliding in, taking out Leo Duarte. And since it was those two and no one else behind, we could be seeing a shootout here. And Clark is the backup keeper. Let's see what the official call is. Meanwhile, you've got bodies flying all over the place. Neto on one side, and Leo Duarte on the near side. But where the tackle, the illegal tackle took place, and there was no one else behind the action, should be a shootout coming up here for the Heat. Meanwhile, Neto goes off the field. And I don't understand who this penalty's on. Because if it's on the keeper, he has to go to the box. Maybe I'm misinformed that he can stay out there. Everton's going to serve the penalty. So a shootout coming up. Play will go live if Gonzaga misses on the shootout. He's going left to right. He'll push it forward, top of the arc, faking, shot, score! Lucio Gonzaga, bottom right corner, makes it 4-2 on the shootout. Time of the goal, 13:44. Gonzaga. For the Harrisburg Heat. Nice job here, very patient. His 4th goal of the season as he gets close to the top of the box and finishes it off. So the Harrisburg Heat now up 4-2 in this contest. Ball on the far side of midfield. Hernandez trying to get free. Sent around in front. Dos Santos protects and clears it out. .45 seconds to go in the half. Robert Acosta on it. Hernandez lost it. David Miller on it. Still in his own end, trying to get it out, losing it. Acosta takes it down into the corner. Now Hernandez helping out along the board, stolen back. Long pass Ricardinho to the far side, Chiago, but it takes a high hop, and he's able to settle it. He moves in left side, stops, waits for some help, didn't want to pass it, tries going to the corner, but the ref there blocking it himself. And St. Louis trying to clear it out, and they will with the help of Acosta and Hernandez with a few seconds to go here at halftime. And that is halftime. Good first half for the Harrisburg Heat. Now we'll step out. Our score at the half, Harrisburg 4, St. Louis 2. Halftime show coming up here on the Heat Soccer Network.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com.
This holiday season. Thank you, fans, so much for your support.
Yeah. I'm gonna use that one and get rid of this one.
Back in Harrisburg, John Wills back with you. We're at halftime. It's 4-2, Harrisburg leading St. Louis. Let's run down the scoring for you here at halftime. We'll start in the first quarter at 4:19. Tom Miller with his first goal of the season unassisted, made it 1-0 in favor of the Heat. Then at 13:43, Steven Basso got a goal, his first of the season. Gonzaga the assist. That made it 2-0 in favor of Harrisburg. Move to the second, and at 3:42, Neto with his second of the season from Hugo made it 3-0 Heat. And it looked like things were going to stay on a roll, but unfortunately, St. Louis came to life at 11:09. Everton, his second of the season unassisted, made it 3-1. Then a little over a minute and a half later, 12:41, De Silva, the newcomer, his fifth of the season. Almeida got the assist, made it 3-2. And a penalty late here in the second quarter gave Gonzaga a shootout opportunity for the Heat. At 13:44, he scores on the shootout, his fourth goal of the season. Makes it a 4-2 game in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard. Have a score right now of Florida 4, Syracuse 2. That game should be about halftime in Florida. Don't have an updated yet on the Baltimore game. And it looks like the Milwaukee Wave have a 3-0 lead on Kansas City. We'll try to see if we can get an updated score on this Baltimore Blast game, because Baltimore's playing Ontario. Tomorrow, Ontario will head here to Harrisburg and play for the second time this season against the Harrisburg Heat. And as we check things out, looks like Baltimore has a 4-2 lead on Ontario with 10 minutes to go in the second, as they are playing in the new arena on the campus of Towson University. No longer playing in downtown Baltimore at the Baltimore Arena. So we'll keep you up to date on that score as we get it. We're at halftime. It's 4-2 Harrisburg. We'll come back with more after this here on the Heat Soccer Network.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com.
Welcome back. John Wills back with you. Happy holidays. We're into December, and the Harrisburg Heat 6 games in, 16 days, I think, here at home. And we're joined here at halftime by Dennis and Cabral. You get to watch this one in the stands tonight.
I know. It's a little bit different. You know, it's not an easy thing because you see, a lot more. But, we have the right guy. Covering for me last year's doing a great job.
What'd you do that got you in trouble?
A couple words that I should have been saying that to the another player, but you learn from those mistakes. We, nothing happened as far as just physical. It was just more exchanging some words, and the referee caught that. And
but I'll tell you, I would think that as a coach, you do get another perspective sitting in the stands and standing on the bench, don't you?
Yeah, it's different. You can see a lot more, from obviously a different angle. You can pretty much see where the gaps are, and then, the things that we should be doing. And it's tough to, to see those things happening when you're on the bench. But it gives a good idea of, things that we have to work on. I'm putting some notes together, and you go from there. But, not an easy thing to be so far from the bench. No,
in the first half here, the guys were looking good there for a little spurt of 90 seconds there. Gave up 2 quick ones, but still in control.
Yeah, we. I think that the first quarter was a lot better. We had a lot of, more chances and, possession. But definitely, just like any indoor soccer, you're going to create tons of opportunities. And, we talked about how much you have to finish those chances because we don't want them to bite, later on in the game. But, creating chances, it's always nice. We just got to start finishing. And we gave up 2 goals out there that, it's almost like those things we worked on and should not be given away.
Some of the guys, you got some guys finally back after injuries and starting to see some new faces out there as well. What can you tell us?
Well, Tom's back. It's nice to see him on the field after not even start, the season with us. But, we have Bruno that left, with an injury. Not a good thing. Might be out for this year. And, we're having some guys back in, like Leo playing in the back again. Abasso missed a back-to-back game last weekend. So, the team is coming back, and now hopefully I think you guys are going to get to see Azat, a Russian target forward player that's, learning the game, learning English, and another one that it's a tough thing for those guys to come in and not learn, not know the language and learning the game as well at the same time. But, we're doing well, again, healthier than last week, and hopefully we can come up with a good win tonight. That will be a big help for this weekend.
And for you, you mentioned these guys coming back and the team that you brought back from last season, successful year last year. Nice to have a structure already in place with 1 year going in.
Yeah, it's always nice to keep it, same faces and everybody's used to the system, from last year. We picked up some really, guys that, increased now the level of, of the team, the level, technical level of the team from last year. Danny, the Primos did an awesome job as a rookie guy in the indoor soccer. So he's just showing a lot of, personality and doing really well with the guys. Good guy on and off the field, playing well. Confidence. Douglas helping us out. Helping the team out in the back with the, good experience and again, moving forward. Keeping those guys together. Will be the key of this whole, the whole thing. And it was nice to be able to do that since last year we did well enough.
And this is a rough schedule coming up. When you got Monterey coming in for a doubleheader, you've got Baltimore and Syracuse. At least you're home, but you've got to take advantage of this, don't you?
Yeah, we talked about it. One of our main goals is, I guess, any team that at a professional level wants to be, on top and win a championship. You have to protect your, your house. So that's our main goal. Yes, tough weekend starting today. Hopefully we can come up with the 2 wins. We got to finish this one here first. But, tough game coming up tomorrow. But, looking forward again next weekend. We have Monterey coming in, and we know those guys playing at home or playing on the road. They're going to be tough, But, we're ready to go. If we want to, to make it to the playoffs and win the championship, we got to beat everybody. We're not picking anybody, but definitely the key is to respect, the fact that we're home and take advantage of that and win those home games.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes, taking time with us. You got nachos and salt pretzels and stuff over there. What are you doing?
Hot dog and not going too hard on the candies, but and I can't eat too. I'm getting too excited, but yes, just trying to relax as much as I can. And But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. I'm glad that the guys are playing well with confidence, having a good, good time, and hopefully we can come with a win.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Dennison Cabral, head coach for the Harrisburg Heat, sitting this one out, watching in the stands, taking notes, and we'll see him back here tomorrow night. You'll be ready. And we'll be back in just a bit. It's 4-2 halftime in favor of the Heat here on the Heat Soccer Network.
Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com.
Welcome back. John Wilsbach with you. 4-2 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Your highlights from the first half, and Harrisburg with some opportunities early on, but finally started connecting. Right there, Tom Miller working it as he heads down to the left side and pulls that trigger, makes it 1-0 in favor of the Heat. Basso blasting one, top shelf, makes it 2-0 Heat. There's Dos Santos. Moving in, plays it to the left side. Just a little wide there for Thiago. And another opportunity, and this time Neto's able to take advantage of the long pass by Hugo. But St. Louis comes back, restart goal here. Everton kind of finds that bottom corner as folks moved out front. Don't have the De Silva goal for you, but then we had the shootout by Gonzaga. Patient, smooth. Here's that goal by De Silva as he gets it back top left side and finds the bottom right corner. And your score 4-2 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. We'll show you that Neto goal one more time, and that beautiful pass placement by Hugo getting it down to him. And Harrisburg in control, 4-2 right now, but again, that lead not big enough. You saw how quickly the Ambush got their 2 goals. The Heat are back home tomorrow night. Ontario in town. Thanks so much again for Dennison Cabral stopping by, chatting with us, sitting out a red card suspension as Lester Felician, the assistant coach, is handling things on the bench for this game. St. Louis going left to right. Heat coming up with it out in the neutral zone. Elmo Neto playing it back for Gonzaga. And onto the far side. DePrima sending it down. Shot and save. Good placement there. Nascimento needing to knock that one. De Silva sends it back out to the neutral zone. Clayton on it. Stolen back, though, by the Heat and Gonzaga. Fans, don't forget, Harrisburg Heat tickets make a great Christmas gift. A lot of clothing items as well. Just print your own tickets if you want. HarrisburgHeat.com. Or call the Heat at 540-HEAT. In the neutral zone, Harrisburg trying to settle things down. Dos Santos playing it back to Hugo. On the near side, they'll work it up the field. David Meller on it. Back to Hugo. They'll work it out to the neutral zone near side. Newcomer, Big Pulatov. All the way back to Hugo. Dumped all the way down for David Miller, headed around. Pulatov comes up with it, sends it into the corner. Miller can't get to it, it's cleared back out. Silva sending it back to his keeper. And Nascimento sends it back out to the neutral zone. Our side, St. Louis working it around, but Clayton Mateus getting knocked down to be a foul against the Heat. Free kick coming up for St. Louis near the top of the arc. And don't forget to check out HarrisburgHeat.com for your Heat information, and also MASL Soccer for all the latest around the league. Restart, top left side. Played into the corner shot, partially blocked by the Heat's Brad Kerstetter. Seeing his first shift of the game. Mattingly with it outside the yellow. Working it back up the middle of the field with Adamson. Knocked high in the air. This one's going to bounce and kept in. Hernandez down the left side to the corner. Shot knocked wide. Comes out front. Shot blocked again by the Heat in the middle. Chiago comes up with it for Harrisburg. 4-2 Heat early here in the third. Hugo's going to chip it in the air to the near side. Kerstetter knocking it down along the near boards. Elmo Neto knocks it to the opposite side. Chiago, right point, moves closer, leaves it. Left foot shot there, blocked. As Ricardinho got a piece of it, knocked out of play. It'll be off of the Heat, says the official, and it's St. Louis ball. Restart coming up. To Silva. St. Louis can't keep control of it. Vadim in the corner trying to clear it out. Needs a little help from De Silva and Gibson. And now the ambush. Long pass down into the corner. Vadim on it, plays it back out to the left side. Shot blocked in the middle once again by Steven Basso. Number 13 there, Basso. The leader last year for the Harrisburg Heat on defense. And defensive player for the league. Ball comes out from the restart. Shot and headed. Goal. Everton played it down to the left side of the box. And the ambush bounce it around with Corey Adamson. So let's see how this happens. Everton sends it down. Looked like it went right off the chest of Adamson and put it in. Where does he get this ball? Almost off his stomach, it seems. Time of the goal, 3:39. Of the third, Adamson from Everton. Fourth goal of the season for Adamson makes it a 4-3 game. That's where you need those tight abs. Get that bounce off. Adamson did it. Here comes Chiago for the Heat. 1 goal game, shot save. Ball pops back out front. Chiago plays it to the right side. And Kerstetter puts it up. Check that Miller puts it up and out of play. So Paulo Nascimento. Getting some stops there. Got the Millers playing up front. Number 12 is David, and 14 is Tom on the far side. Out of England. Trying to put a little pressure on Paulo, who's going to fling it out to the neutral zone. Ball knocks all the way up to Gibson on the near side. Gerger will play it back to Axel Duarte. De Silva on the near side. Paulo De Silva. Paulo's going to work it towards the yellow, leaves it on the far side. Back to the keeper, Paulo Nascimento. Not sure where to go with it. The key putting on the pressure up front with the Millers. And St. Louis going backwards, trying to poke it free. Duarte comes up with it, getting it up to Gibson. He'll work it at the right point, crosses it to the left side. Shot gets deflected just wide off Mattingly. Another one blocked in the middle of the box by Gonzaga. Still bouncing around along the near side. We'll get the pushing foul against David Miller. So it'll be a free kick coming up here for the Ambush. Back in this game, it's a 4-3 contest in favor of the Heat. Mattingly at the right point, sends one to the far side. It gets deflected back out by Gonzaga. Tom Miller making a run, but trying to split the defense. Has his pocket picked, and back the other way come the Ambush. Gibson, left corner, plays it back out to the neutral zone. Mattingly on it there. On to the far side, Acosta. Here comes De Silva. Acosta, right point. Near the top of the box, David Miller intercepts it. He's been out there for a while. Wants to get a change up here soon. Hugo clears it back out, but again, Paulo De Silva comes up with it. On to the right side, Acosta. Back out for De Silva. Make that Adamson. Adamson back in midfield to the keeper, Nascimento. 9 minutes to go here in the third. 4-2 in favor of the Heat. Now the Heat trying to keep the pressure up front. A good little poke from out in the neutral zone. Ricardinho catches Paulo Nascimento getting sloppy with the ball. And Ricardinho scores to make it a 5-3 game. When you are the keeper, you do not keep that ball too long if you've got pressure in front of you. And instead, that's what he did. And Ricardinho got that big left leg out there, able to make the pop on the ball and send it right down the slot into the net. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 6 seconds. On assisted goal, Ricardinho. His 5th goal of the season, unassisted, makes it 5-3. And a mistake there that I'm sure Nascimento will not make again in this game. Kick in coming up here. Everton will take it. Right point of the Heat zone. He'll play it to the opposite side. Shot up and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. And don't forget all the Heat home games and away games on MASL TV here on YouTube. Of course, it's always the home team that does the broadcast, so when the Heat are on the road, you will not be hearing me doing those games. It will be the visiting team announcers. Ball sent out to the neutral zone. Here comes Hernandez. Down the right side, moving in. Sends one around the boards. Hugo right there to grab on. Hugo sends it out of midfield. Should have been a handball. It is. Schmerman had to knock off his foot right to his hand. And the Heat now with it. Hernandez in the corner trying to poke it out, and does to the yellow line. St. Louis Unable to keep control as Leo Duarte plays it all the way back to Steven Basso. 5-3 Heat, midway through the third. Along the near side, he'd come up with it. Danny DePrima, center point, moves in, pulls the trigger, hits the crossbar, out of play. We've got timeout 4, make that 7:41 to go here in the third as DePrima almost connects, just a little bit too high. Our score is Harrisburg 5, St. Louis 3, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Welcome back, fans. The Harrisburg Heat's next home game tomorrow night, 7:05 against the Ontario Fury. For tickets, 540 Heat, or go to harrisburgheat.com and get your tickets there. 7:41 to go in the third. It's 5-3 Harrisburg. St. Louis again trying to get it out of its end quite dangerously. Nascimento, a little pressure there. Pepe is going to run it out far side. Chips it opposite side. Chiago gets a foot on it. Now Marcus Chantel on it near side, playing it down along the near boards. Now we'll get a pushing foul whistled against the ambush, as Ricardinho got knocked into the boards. Ricardinho on the restart. Now Chiago has it kicked out of underneath him. Comes all the way back to Hugo. That Baltimore game, the Blast leading Ontario 4-3 at halftime. We'll see Ontario tomorrow. Everton with the ball, far side. Now Pepe on it again. Brings it out of midfield. All the way out at midfield it comes to Silva. Near side, Axel Duarte. Trying to get it back up the middle. Clayton brings it out of midfield. 5-3 in favor of the Harrisburg Heat. Paulo Nascimento is going to push up all the way across midfield. You see him there on the near side. The keeper for St. Louis is going to dump it down in the corner. Gibson off the board, sends it wide. Left side shot, Paulo holds onto it. Or check that, Hugo holds onto it. Duarte got a weak shot off. Nice grab by Hugo. The Heat netminder to grab on. Now Danny DePrima with the ball brings it back out to the neutral zone to Gonzaga at midfield. Over onto the far side, DePrima again back to Gonzaga. Hugo, he'll run it out himself and then tap it back over to Gonzaga in the neutral zone. Long pass down left corner. Tom Mellor gets a foot on it, but pops it up and out of play. So a goal kick for St. Louis. 4-3 Baltimore, we told you at halftime. Try to get you an updated score on that Florida-Syracuse game. Hugo knocking it to the side, still loose near the top of the box. Gonzaga able to get it out. Here's St. Louis again down the right side. Acosta playing it down to Everton. Now Acosta. Everton sends it off the boards to the middle. Goes to the far side. Miller knocks it out front, gets knocked down to be a foul against St. Louis. 5:07 to go in the third. 5-3 Harrisburg. St. Louis Ambush, 1995 indoor soccer champions. Taking 4 games to none on the Heat. Heat were banged up going into those playoffs and just could not do it. Right side. Thiago plays it to the middle, but no one home as Neto was down on his knees complaining, but an opportunity there, and he couldn't take advantage of it. Ricardinho knocks it off the boards to himself, takes it down into the corner, still gets knocked down, and now we'll get the foul against the Ambush. Almeida complaining about a dive. He got that foot up in front of Ricardinho, who went down hard. And a restart coming up near the left corner for Harrisburg. Ball comes out front, and popped up and out of play by Ricardinho from Thiago. It'll be a goal kick for St. Louis. Goals in this game for the Harrisburg Heat. Tom Miller, Steven Basso, Elmo Neto, Lucio Gonzaga, and Ricardinho. Heat keeping the pressure on, win it back. Shot high and wide by Bill Pulkatov, the new Russian on this team. I have to get used to saying that name, Bill Pulkatov. Don't speak Russian, but I'm sure I'll be talking to him. They say he's learning his English quick. Out in the neutral zone. De Silva on it for the Ambush. Working it across midfield, playing it along the far boards. And all the way back again to their keeper, Paulo Nascimento. 2-goal lead for Harrisburg. Hernandez with the ball at the right point of the Heat zone. Now getting double teamed along the near boards, trying to force it down into the corner, sends one around, but Hugo right there to trap it along the boards. Takes his time, now puts it back down on the carpet. He'll chip it up the middle of the field as both teams end up making some line changes. And De Silva comes up with it again. Down the near side, Hernandez keeping control against Thiago. Plays it top of the box, shot scooped up by Hugo. Got those knees down and kept him in tight to guard that ball from going through the 5-hole. St. Louis again on it. Everton with it down the left corner. Brings it back out of midfield. To the right side, De Silva, shot it high and wide. Ball goes to the far side and blasted up and out of play by Sherman. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat. I mentioned the Heat are without Val Texera for this game. Both he and assistant coach Gino DeFlorio have teams down in that North Carolina tournament. It's pretty big every year. And of course, we had Denison Cabral on at halftime, sitting out his red card in the stands. Lester Felician, former Heat player, player around the league, handling the bench duties for this contest. Ball sent all the way back to the keeper. Nascimento sending it back up the middle once again. Clayton playing it back, sent forward. Here comes Gibson, taking it down into the corner on Dos Santos. Plays it toward the top of the box. Nice slide there by DePrima to get rid of the ball. Now we're going to get the foul against the Heat. Clayton Mateus getting knocked down near the top of the arc. And St. Louis will get a restart coming up. St. Louis wants a timeout, so we'll take one as well. 5-3 Harrisburg. Late here in the third, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-58.
So the restart's coming up here for the St. Louis Ambush. Chance to cut their deficit to 1 on the foul to the Heat. Harrisburg back home tomorrow night. It's a 7:05 against Ontario. Hope to see you here at the Farm Show Arena in the Friedmont Mortgage Field. Restart coming up. Everton approaching. Plays it to the right side on a give and go, but got it back, couldn't get a good shot off, but he steals it here on the left side. Plays it into the left corner, back for Everton, top of the box, shot just wide. Ball comes over to the right side. De Silva on it, right wing. Back out to the neutral zone. Moving in again to Silva, shot it wide. Comes out top of the box, shot blocked around. Dos Santos pokes it over to Thiago. And he'll bring it outside the yellow. Back for Gonzago up the near side, Ricardinho. He'll take his time working around, play it all the way back. Elmo Neto back to Hugo. Cross to the near side. Lucio Gonzaga across midfield. Plays it left side. One timing and a hand save. Loose and cleared to the side. Neto with that shot. And just enough to stop it was Nascimento before it got cleared out. Gibson on it now in the neutral zone. Paulo De Silva sending it up the middle. Almeida down for Gibson in the right corner. This pass got partially blocked by the official, and they'll have to play it all the way back to the keeper with 20 seconds to go here in the third. Ball sent up the middle. Shot by Gibson is blocked by Basso. Here's Gonzaga playing that ball down to the left side. It kind of got deflected as Neto hit De Silva. Nascimento made a nice job getting a hand on it to stop it from going in on the deflection. Everton crossing it to the far side, nobody home. Tom Miller's going to get it back out to the neutral zone, runs by a man with 10 seconds to go, takes it down to the right side with 5 seconds, and then gets pushed off the ball, and that'll do it. We've played 3 here in Harrisburg. It's the Harrisburg Heat 5, St. Louis Ambush 3, back with the fourth quarter on the Heat Soccer Network.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions. Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com.
Welcome back. John Wilsbach with you. Heat back home tomorrow night with Ontario. Ontario right now 2 goals down in Baltimore. The Blast leading the Fury 5-3 in the third quarter, while the Harrisburg Heat are also leading here 5-3. Lester Felician handling the coaching duties for this one. Hugo doing a great job at keeping for the Heat. One other score, let's see, Florida and Syracuse now tied at 4 in their game down in Lakeland, Florida. And we have Milwaukee leading Kansas City 7-0. That's your updates around the MASL. As we start this fourth quarter, Harrisburg leading 5-3. Ball sent down the corner. St. Louis on it again. Back out to the neutral zone. Gonzaga. Danny DePrima splitting the defense a little bit, working it around to the near side for Basso. He'll play it all the way back to Hugo. Up the left side, Ricardinho sends one, gets deflected. St. Louis clears it out to the point. Gonzaga keeps it alive and then gets tripped up. Only a foul whistled. So it'll be a restart for the Harrisburg Heat, left point. Gonzaga's got Basso and DePrima on the opposite side. Neto's down in the box working around. Ricardinho with him, and he'll allow Ricardinho to take the shot. Bounces it wide. The follow by Gonzaga is blocked and cleared back out. Basso on it again. To the near side, DePrima deflects it down into the corner, sends one around in front, but knocked to the side again. Good defense here by the ambush to clear it out. Foot race along the near side. Basso able to get it up. Here comes Neto with a shot, save. Ball comes back out toward the neutral zone. DePrima trying to get to it. We had a delayed penalty there as Danny DePrima had gotten wiped out, was down on the carpet, but then got back up. So the penalty against St. Louis will be 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 56 seconds of the fourth. Schwimmer will get the penalty. 2 minutes
Power play for the Harrisburg Heat. Heat this season 3 for 4 with the man advantage, 75% on the power play. Basso sends one around in front. Miller got a piece of it, but couldn't finish it. Did get blocked down there by someone. But Chiago has it again. Gonzaga, left side Ricardinho. Neutral zone, Chiago. 5-3 Heat. Gonzaga on it, left side. David Miller shot it wide. Knocked up in the air and out of play. It'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Heat. Chiago playing that one down along the right side, and Basso knocked it around. So Miller got a piece of it, but not enough. This time Gonzaga will restart things from the far corner. He'll play it out front, trying to get it to Ricardinho, but a nice job there sliding out was Adamson to knock it out to the neutral zone. And the Heat have to set it up again with 1:12 on the power play. Ricardinho, neutral zone, Chiago. Ricardinho at the left point, yellow line, right side, Chiago moves closer, works toward the top of the arc, far post, shot, score! Gonzaga! Great find by Chiago, far post, Gonzaga finishes it off, and the Heat lead at 6-3. Time of the goal, 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Power play goal. Second of the game for Gonzaga. 5th of the season. Chiago the assist. 6-3. Great power play set up there for the Heat. Heat trying to steal. Danny DePrima trying to catch Paulo out of position back there. And a 3-goal lead once again for the Heat. They haven't had that since they led 3-0 in this contest. Restart for St. Louis. They are in Baltimore tomorrow night, while Ontario comes up to Harrisburg. Here's Everton at the left point. De Silva, near side Clayton. Everton back in the left wing boards. Now we'll get the pushing foul on the Heat. Free kick coming up for St. Louis. St. Louis fans, your ambush are home Friday, December 8th. Check them out in St. Louis. Star Wars night, December 8th. I'm partial to Star Trek, so sorry, Star Wars fans. Clayton with the ball out in the neutral zone for St. Louis. Up the far side, he'll work it. Almeida getting it down to Everton around the boards, and Hugo right there to grab on. Ball sent up the far side. Here come the Heat. Look out, Ricardinho free, left side, takes it off the boards to himself, tries sliding it in, but he cannot get connected. Nascimento comes up with it, sends it back out to Santos with a steal. Near side, Heat come up with it again. .10:58 to go in the fourth. 6-3 Harrisburg. Nascimento over on the far side, Hernandez. He'd had too many men on the field and got away with it. St. Louis on it now out in the neutral zone. Far side shot wide. Hernandez trying to follow up, pops it up and out of play. It'll be a goal kick with 10:21 to go. Thiago with the ball out in the neutral zone. He'll lose it. Getting the ambush, come back up with it. Trying to pass it to the left side. They'll work it around. Everton knocks it high off the glass, goes over to the right side, but the head ball missing by Mattingly. Thiago runs it down, getting it up for Gonzaga. He's in traffic, far side, tied up with Hernandez, and it'll be a foul against the ambush. So the restart right in front of the Heat bench. Elmo Neto sending it all the way back to Hugo. 3-goal lead for the Heat, trying to settle things down. Ball sent up the middle. Punched out of play by Nascimento. And the Heat will get a restart coming up at the top of the arc. So 9:45 to go in the fourth, 6-3. Harrisburg players talk it over. 3-man wall sets up for the ambush. Right side, Thiago. Shot up, out of play by Basso. Now it's 6-3, Baltimore leading Ontario. Almost identical to this game as the Heat lead 6-3 here. Ball in the neutral zone goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for St. Louis. Ambush on it to the right side. And played back to Nascimento at center circle. Da Silva sending it over to the left side. He trying to push the pressure up. Da Silva again on it. Up for Gibson, taps it near side. Shot just wide left. Schmerman. Da Silva again. Trying to purse it up. Schmerman's shot blocked near the top of the box. Heat really buckling down defensively, not allowing anything. They're pushing out even further. Pepe at the right point neutral, trying to work through traffic down to Gibson. Gerger sends it around the boards, cleared back out by Dos Santos. And onto the near side. Schmerman again, crossing into the far side. The Heat won a couple weeks ago out in St. Louis in overtime. Looking to win it here again at home. Left side shot up, out of play. Goal kick for the Heat with 8:21 to go here in the fourth. 6-3 Harrisburg. Sherman had an excellent opportunity on that last one, but just couldn't get that shot on target. All back to Hugo. He'll clear it up the field. St. Louis is in Baltimore tomorrow, Ontario and Harrisburg. The only other game tomorrow, Turlock and El Paso. Here's Gibson, right corner around the boards, and Hugo with the easy grab once again. Heat in control, 6-3. St. Louis is soon going to start pushing that panic button. They've got to push up, start taking some extra chances. Thiago with a shot and a save. Might soon have to go to the sixth attacker as well. Gonzaga back to Hugo. Long pass down the far boards. Elmo Neto right at the yellow line. Again, ball control, discipline. Playing it back again at midfield. Hugo's going to get it out. St. Louis having a hard time pushing up and getting that ball. Now Gonzaga back on the near side, Hugo. Now Gibson pushing up, so Hugo sends it all the way down the corner. Neto on it there, right corner boards. Taking his time, plays it back out of midfield. Almost like four corners in basketball. He's doing a great job keeping control. All the way back to Hugo at the yellow line. Working clock. Waiting for a chance. Hugo sends it up the middle of the field. Headed the opposite way, but again, run down by Thiago. He's all over the place out there. On the near side, he'll tap it over at center circle. Leo Duarte leaving it for Ricardinho. He'll work it towards the yellow, trying to move into the left side, but got bumped off with the obstruction. It'll be a free kick for the Heat at the yellow line. Neutral zone. Here's Thiago working in against Gibson. Just inside that yellow, works back toward the wing, pulls the trigger, it gets deflected off an ambush player, now to play. We'll get a corner kick when we come back. 6:09 to go in the fourth. Harrisburg 6, St. Louis 3, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com.
Back in Harrisburg at the Farm Show Arena and the Friedmont Mortgage Field, John Wilsbach with you. Glad to have you along. Heat's second home game of the season. Harrisburg in control with a 6-3 lead. See if they can open it up even more here with a restart coming up from the left corner. Thiago's got Basso on that side. Instead, he'll play it opposite side. A one-time goal! Elmo Neto with the volley shot from the right side. Beautiful pass from the corner, and Neto, opposite diagonal, just rips it down bottom left corner of the net. It's 7-3 Heat. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 54 seconds. Neto's second of the game and third of the season. Watch as Thiago just perfectly puts it out there at his foot. And Elmo Neto with the volley blast into the bottom left corner. Thiago gets the assist, his second assist. 7-3. Sixth attacker is now on. That's going to be Everton. Heat off the boards themselves. Here comes Ricardinho from midfield, but it's blocked over into the corner by Da Silva. 7-3 Heat, 5:40 to play here in the fourth. Empty net at the other end. Everton, your sixth attacker, wearing the yellow jersey. He'll get it over to Gibson, who turns and shoots it just wide. Back out to the neutral zone again. Paulo da Silva over to Everton. Cross to the middle and cleared back out to the neutral zone. Paulo da Silva running it back to his own and getting a lot of pressure from Ricardinho. There comes Everton up across midfield. Now Gibson, center point shot, save, Hugo. Had to get the fingertips on that one. It was headed right for the crossbar. And Gibson, center point of the yellow, just ripped that one. Corner kick coming up for the ambush. Almeida sends it back out to the neutral. Far side Everton shoots it wide, gets deflected by the Heat. A head ball still loose down in front. And finally, the foul whistled against St. Louis. I believe they called that a handball. Let's see. That one bounced all over the place. Hit DePrima, Almeida. Still loose. Gibson was down on the carpet kicking at it. They may have called that dangerous play. Not sure, but they had an opportunity there to put one in. Gibson gets it again. Almeida, left side, poked back out by Basso. Everton on again as a 6 attacker. Gibson center point. Into the left corner. Almeida, shot just wide. Knocked back out. Gonzaga's going to kick it. The end of the field, will it make it down? It's going to go just wide right. Da Silva runs it down. Little pressure from DePrima. Gets it back out to the neutral zone. And back the other way, the ambush come again. But the Heat with a 7-3 lead and 4:10 to play here in the fourth. Da Silva tapping an near side. Clayton down to the left side. Almeida working that 6th attacker, the ambush are. The Heat out there defensively with Gonzaga, Dos Santos, Basso, DePrima, and Neto. Gibson center point. Dos Santos steps in with the steal, but they're going to call him for a foul. Enough body contact, they felt. And now St. Louis will get a restart coming up just inside the yellow line, center point. Quickly, Everton wants to restart, but didn't get the whistle. They'll have to do it again. And Dos Santos just came in, just a little bit too much body contact on that right side of Gibson to knock him down. Gibson's a big dude. A little tough knocking him down. Here comes Everton. He'll approach. He'll play it to his left side, and a shot up and out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Heat with 3:48 to go in the fourth. Clayton Mateus. Hugo. Up for Neto. He's pushed from behind. It'll be a free kick for the Heat. Restart coming up. Lester Felici in there, standing on the back of the Heat bench. Denison Cabral will be back on there tomorrow. Hugo playing a stellar game. He'll get it out to Gonzaga. Long pass down for Neto. Sent to the middle, deflected around. Neto on it again. Paulo's back in there in goal and grabs on. Paulo Nascimento holding on. Rolls it on the carpet. Looks to go off the field, I'm sure, here with Everton coming on again as the 6th attacker, and that's what he'll do. So Paulo goes off. Everton back on. Everton in the yellow. Plays it down to the right wing boards. Loose ball in the corner. Hugo comes over, knocks it hard off the glass. It goes back out to the neutral zone. Da Silva comes up with it for the ambush, getting a lot of pressure. Not sure where to go with it with 2:45 to go here in the fourth. Here's Gibson. Back shot, save. Hugo down the slide. Everton shot it wide. He was off the mark on that follow-up. He'd able to clear it out. Look out, here comes Gonzaga from midfield. He's going to hook one down, going. Goal! Lucio Gonzaga, the hat trick. 3rd goal of the game against the 6th attacker. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 30 seconds. Gonzaga's 3rd of the game, 6th of the season. All he did was just put that little hook on it, right to left, around the defender. And it's now 8-3 in favor of the Heat. And Gonzaga loves going over and playing to the fans, playing to the family, I should say. 8-3 Harrisburg. Everton stays in as the sixth attacker. Gibson with a header, loose ball out in the neutral zone. Both these teams will be playing tomorrow night. St. Louis will be at Baltimore, and the team playing in Baltimore tonight, Ontario, will be here in Harrisburg. Gibson with a shot, partially blocked, cleared back out by Dos Santos. Ball sent over to the right side, partially blocked again. He trying to clear it out, getting some help from Ricardinho and DePrima, and sent all the way back to Everton. 1:40 to go in the fourth, 8-3 Harrisburg. Gibson again tries turning and shooting, gets partially blocked by Basso, and cleared back up the field. Dos Santos trying to pass it, and gets wiped out. Another blue card pulled against the ambush. Great hustle and a great job in the back by Douglas Dos Santos as he gets wiped out. And the ambush will, unless the Heat score, will finish out this game. Short-handed at the other end. At the other end, we have Hugo getting checked out by the trainer. Not sure what happened there on that last series, if he got knocked by someone or went down weird. You can see that he already has that special support tape around the knees. He takes a beating back there, and plus you've added on 2 games this season in the league. Instead of a 20-game, a 22-game season now. But Hugo's played a fantastic game. Very steady. There's just that one little area there in the second quarter where St. Louis scored a couple quick goals, about a minute and a half apart from each other. 8-3 Harrisburg, and they are on the power play. Back in net is Nascimento. Over onto the far side, Heat working it in the neutral zone. Gonzaga down over into the left corner, gets it back, plays it back out to the neutral. Talking to Jamie Swanner, the head coach here of St. Louis before the game. First time back here since '95 when he won the championship. Shot by Ricardinho is blocked. Comes back this time as a coach. He won as we get a penalty against the Heat. He won here in '95, and tonight he will go with a loss from the Farm Show. Place he won the championship 22 years ago. So Thiago Freitas goes into the penalty box with 49 seconds to go. Thiago having a conversation down in the penalty box with Mateus. Everton back in there again. His teams are at equal strength, so they go with the extra attacker, making it a 5-on-4. Hugo traps along the boards, knocks it around the glass, goes all the way back out to the neutral zone. Ricardinho trying to get on it. Ball tapped up the near side, and De Silva comes up with a steal with 19 seconds to go. Both teams down a man. Here's Everton off the boards to himself, shot and a save, still loose in the middle. Ball knocks around, and Hugo grabs on. Hugo's going to throw it up the field. Will this make it in time? It's going down just wide to the right. Man, he's got an arm. Probably could be a baseball pitcher. That's going to do it. The Harrisburg Heat victorious and now 3-1 on the season. And will probably maintain pace with Baltimore, who's in control of their game with Ontario. Let's run down all the scoring from this contest and recap it for you as the Heat win at 8-3. And they did it with Lester Felician on the bench, serving as head coach. For Denison Cabral serving a 1-game red card suspension. We see the restart here at the top, and Gonzaga watching it get saved. And the Heat come down, and David Miller had a chance on the far post, couldn't connect, but then the Heat started feeling it. And the first goal they get is from Tom Miller, who brings it down, moves to his left, pulls the trigger, makes it 1-0 at 4:19 of the first. Then at 13:43, Basso blast one top shelf from Gonzaga, making it 2-0. And we move into the second quarter. And the Heat with a couple opportunities there, couldn't connect, but then Hugo comes up with the ball, makes a long pass, misplayed by St. Louis, and Neto finding the bottom right corner, makes it 3-0 at 3:42 of the second. Everton comes along for a restart at 11:09, and he finds the bottom right corner of the second there, making it 3-1. Now we get Gonzaga with a shootout goal. He'll make it 4-2 at 13:44. Gonna have our goals backwards there a little bit as De Silva is able to score here at 12:41 of the second. 4-2 was our halftime score. Move into the third at 3:39. Hernandez knocks it off the boards, comes back out front, and it's a couple saves by the Heat. But on this restart, it's Adamson knocking it off pretty much his stomach from Everton, putting it in. Made it 4-3, but that's as close as they would get. Ricardinho there with a steal, just kind of knocking it off the keeper, Nascimento, and scoring 5-3 at that point. Then you've got the Heat on the power play in the fourth, as we again see the goal by Ricardinho. And the Heat in the fourth, a power play goal from Gonzaga at the 2-minute mark, made it 6-3. At 8:54, it was Neto making it 7-3. Then at 12:30 of the fourth, a sixth attacker goal by Gonzaga, his third of the game, sixth of the season, a hat trick for Lucio Gonzaga. 8-3, your final score in favor of the Heat. Victory in net goes to Hugo. The loss goes to Paulo Nascimento, and we are back here tomorrow night, December the 2nd, Harrisburg and Ontario. And the last score we had there was Baltimore leading Ontario 6-3. We'll do one more check of the out-of-town scoreboard, but you can check them out at maslsoccer.com. Ontario has battled back. It's a 6-5 game now. Baltimore leading Ontario in that one. And let's see if we can find the other score. What do we got? Syracuse came back and defeated Florida 6-5. So the Tropics no longer in first place, as they are now 3-2 on the season. Syracuse 2-3, and Harrisburg and Baltimore, if they both, if Baltimore that is wins, he could find themselves up top tonight. So that's the last score we had. Baltimore leading Ontario by 1. One other score out in the Central, you've got Milwaukee leading Kansas City 9-3. So the Heat now 3-1 on the season. Victorious here in their second win of the season against the St. Louis Ambush. We're back on the air tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Harrisburg and Ontario. Looking forward to see you there and here at the Farm Show. For tickets, it's 540-HEAT or harrisburgheat.com. Once again, our final score, Harrisburg 8, St. Louis 3. John Wilsbach thanking you for joining us on the Heat Soccer Network.